There's a bit of a delay on my stream now. I know my computer was buffering a bit, so let's see if I can get this thing working. This is Mr. T11. Yeah. Drop that. Alright, so that looks better. That's right back into the game. Okay, so I caught back up with things, so I have to reload the chat room, so if any of you guys said anything in the last 30, 60 seconds. Yeah, it is the dude from your clan. Alright, did I? Yes, I did. Okay. I love this ship so much. So many people hate when I play it. Oh, Khabarovsk. I think this is the premium camo for it, isn't it? So, flags, speed flag, fire reduction flag, detonation proof flag, consumable reload flag, commander XP, fire chance, flooding chance. Okay. I'd probably go for the other fire chance flag, but maybe this guy doesn't have enough of that or something. Alright, so and we've got premium consumables on the bottom, and of course the repair for the Khabarovsk, which makes the ship so much fun. Obviously, your top tier, being in a tier 10 game, there are carriers involved. There are tier 8 carriers. Now, as a destroyer player, I'm often looking to see what I have for radar to deal with. So there's a Baltimore and a Donskoy with radar. Hindenburg might have Hydro. Henry can be fast. There's only one destroyer on their team, though. So looks like you guys have agreed to A and B. Now, this is a real big risk for Khabarovsk to be going B, because once you get in there, it's really hard to get out, especially with carriers. I would almost go C here. Even though the team is going A and B, you can still go to C and at least try to get that cap, that initial cap. You are located, so you know that the Shimakaze is on your side. That might be worth saying something to the team so that these guys are aware that there's a destroyer that's closer to them, and that these guys know that there is no destroyer on their side. I think that would be some good communication there that you can do. And we've got a fighter battle possibly going over C-cap. Now we notice, or I notice here, that your carrier's fighters are 4 fighters. They've got 5, which means your carrier does not have air supremacy. Which means it's not a 10-point captain. Or it is a 10-point captain and the guy just doesn't know what to use it with. I'm not so sure. That's true. So Ducky says, why are you so sure that the Shima is running radio location? I'm not. But of all the ships on the enemy team to run radio location, who else is going to run it? Maybe the Baltimore? Probably not. Maybe the Donskoy? Probably not. Henry? Maybe? I don't know. So, just my personal take on it, I would anticipate that means that the Shima's on this side. And maybe I'm wrong. It's always a possibility. You got one ship targeting you. You are spotted, which means that there's a ship somewhere nearby. You're trying to get that cap there. If you want to get that cap, you got to get closer to the island. By going farther away from the island, you make it easier to be shot at from multiple different angles. Fighters are opening up. Hey, look, Shimakaze. Hindenburg and Hindenburg, I don't I don't know. I wouldn't run RPF or radio location on a Hindenburg for clan battles. You could. You could. Montana? No. Nah, no. But I better pipe down here because, you know, I don't want to be giving away any secrets for Hurricane League. Oh, turpits, turpits, turpits. Just got dropped by the enemy carrier as he charges in to get shot at. Shark baits as he runs fire prevention and concealment expert for Hindenburg and clan battles. Not a bad idea. That changed to fire prevention for cruisers and destroyers, or not fire prevention, fire duration for cruisers and destroyers, though. That's huge. Anyways, so you've got shots on the St. Louis now. You might as well take it, St. Louis. Although he is moving away, so you won't get those shots on him. So Roma is the first target, the first victim. Although no, he's reversing too. Wow, these guys are all scared. Alright, so now we get to see the Khabarovsk do Khaba things. It took you a little bit longer to get in there and do those things than I would have liked to have seen. That's just me personally. But people who know me know that I play the Khaba incredibly aggressive. Maybe too aggressive. That's okay. I love this ship so much. Alright, so your team has easily captured the A-cap. And they're flanking around looking for the carrier. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's like, where'd the carrier? Where'd the carrier? And then this guy. Oh my god. And there's a surprise Henry IV, which you don't want to see because he's got the speed to keep up with you. Kind of, mostly. Now, 5 people targeting you. Now is about a good time to drop that detection. It's too late now, as you switch to AP. I don't know that I would have AP'd at this point. I mean, you're getting good damage rolls on him, so that's good. And unfortunately, your Shokaku is a complete non-factor. Now you're no longer detected, so you know that the Shimakaze is not pursuing you. Wait, no, you are now. Not anymore. Okay, so the Shimakaze's moved back up. Shimakaze is probably over here. Could be the Henri as well, but I think it's the Shimakaze over here. You're not located though, so he's closer to the Baltimore. Now, you have to be really careful. If that's the case, Shima's here, torping this way. So you have to be careful not to stray into the torpedo path of the Shimakaze. I've done this several times. You see what I mean? And that can mean an early trip back to port. Now, I kind of don't like your positioning here. I would much rather see you over here, but you've got the Henry over there, so I guess I can understand why you're thinking I need to be over here. Iowa, when I see an Iowa, I see food. Very rarely can they actually hit me. You're about to crash into a rune. You've crashed into a rune. Scrolling! Aim for the beer can. Focus that Baltimore, you gotta help your teammate out. Oh, and he's broadside, switch to AP. There you go. Aim a little higher. Yeah. Goodbye. First blood.
Enemy cruiser founder. Our team is taking the lead. Off to a great start.
Yes, we've seen people with survivability expert on battleships and cruisers. I've seen it on carriers. You see everything in this game. Look at the Henri. Henri is still going. I don't understand. It's almost as if the carrier is AFK or something. Because why would he allow this bombers to go over here? That just doesn't make sense. Now's a good opportunity to use your speed boost to get back into the action quickly. Because you want to beat up on this Roma. Now this Roma's on fire, so I would probably switch to the Iowa. There you go. And make him upset with you. There you go. Now look back at the Roma and see if the Roma's on fire. Roma is still burning. Nope, he's turning in. I don't think that's gonna hit. No, it did. Alright, Montana. I would shoot the Montana now. Get him on fire. Also, never mind, Roma's out of your range. But yeah, go back to the Montana. There you go. I don't know that I would have DCP'd there. I think you're better off keeping your damage control party for when you get set on fire. DCPing there means that if that Henry gets a good shot on you, you're set on 1 or 2 fires, you lose your engine again. So, just a thought. You're about to crash into the rune again. This is a pretty interesting game because they have no caps now, and they're just completely running away. Oh, big hit. That's enough running away. Time to get shot at again. Especially with dead flags, go ham. Your team has lost ships though. You're down 2 ships to their... Or, yeah, you're down 2 ships compared to theirs. So, you've got to be smart about your use of play here. But the Montana's about to go down. I'd be F3ing the Montana, telling the team to focus that Montana. Okay. Here's the Montana. He's shooting at the Baltimore behind you. Shimakaze claims another victim. See, Shimakaze was smart. He went back around this way, and he's gotten in front of the of your fleet's push. And this is where you really need to be. You really need to be turning around, being more aggressive. I wouldn't. Jeez. I would be here, honestly. I can take them shooting at me. My team can't. So... Your team continues to feed themselves, and you're just not in a position to do much. Now you're able to open up on this Monty, but he's dead anyway. The big thing is you have to get this Iowa gone, and as soon as possible. Gotta get him out. Now, instead of turning like that, I'm not sure what your thinking is, turning back north towards the Henri. I would have slowed down and pointed at the Amato. That way I could just speed back up as I need to. You're also wasting an awful lot of time scrolling in and out between salvos and stuff. I don't know, personally, I find that using the shift key to snap in and out of my view is just that much quicker. Don't let them ram. You have, there we go. Oof. Ouch. Yeah, like Seabear says, you know, maybe you get in the habit of using a right click to check around, which I think you're doing too. That's the part that's really confusing me, is that you're doing that, but you're also scrolling a lot.
Our victory is in sight.
I don't think it is. Enemy Shokaku is clearly using AFs. He's got 3 fighter squadrons. So, that's interesting. I don't know why you haven't killed this Henry, or at least focused him a lot. I think that's a bit of a misplay. Now you are sandwiched between both enemy fleet. I don't know. As another ship goes down. Fire's good. He DCP'd though. That Roma should have been dead a long time ago. I don't know why you guys weren't able to kill him, but let's talk about positioning and what you could have done differently. I would have liked to have seen you in a more aggressive position over here at the start. When their whole fleet was over here, you had the opportunity to stay on this side and just harass the hell out of them. You didn't do that. Instead, you took the more safe approach back here, and then you continued to kite as these guys were charging you, but you weren't keeping sustained fire on any of them. And what that's done is that's completely allowed the team that was south to reposition for free without having to worry about you or anybody else keeping them honest. There's a Shimakaze. There's a Shimakaze. Hello, Shimakaze. Shimakaze.
Destroyed.
That time you scrolled back out and looked, Shima's gone. So here's the thing. Now you've got Shimakaze. There he is. You know he's going to be shooting torpedoes at you. So you've got to be... If I were you, I'd speed boost now. There you go. Screw up his predictability. Oh, yeah, you turned way too much. But hey, look, RNG gives you a hole. All right, torpedo him back. See how he likes your torps. But look at, yeah. One ship after another just dies. And look, the Henry, I mean, you allowed him to farm. So, foregone conclusion at this point, you are dead and you've lost. You got to keep that pressure on there. So yeah, be more aggressive, which I know is hard to say now that you're at 810 hit points, but I think you should have been more aggressive throughout the game. Also work on spreading out your fire damage. So once you got one ship on fire, immediately look to another ship and see what you can get on fire. Had you gone back to that Roma after you set the Iowa on fire, and I said, okay, now's a good time to switch back, you very well could have set him on fire again and gotten him out of the game. The other thing too, you got to work on your scrolling and stuff. And I think now you're just typing and saying, the hell with it, I'm dead. Get a couple extra shots of damage in, why not? Oh, game over anyway. Yep. So, and there goes the game again, once again crashing out. Come on, game.